the exhibition here combines works from three different projects. One is taking place in Chernobyl, in the exclusion zone, where I photographed the remaining female residents and the life around them in these abandoned villages of Chernobyl. There are about 220 residents left in an area that is 30 kilometers in radius. And I photographed sort of their solitary lives and things in their kitchens and in their homes and the interiors of the homes and portraits of the women. And in spite of the hardships of life there, and in spite of the fact that food still continues to be contaminated if it's harvested from the ground, they continue to live there and they continue to call this place home. So the project is about the resilience of these women, these elderly women, and kind of their emotional connection to this land in spite of all the horrors of this nuclear disaster. The second project takes place in Romania, in Transylvania, Maramureș, a region in the northern Carpathian mountains, and it looks at hay culture, at the sort of the medieval bucolic landscape that still is preserved in that part of Europe, at the traditions of haymaking that haven't changed since 500 or 700 years ago, and at the kind of life of peasants in the area as well. In the third part of this exhibition takes place in the mountainous village of Hınalık. Access to this village is very difficult, especially in the winter months, as it's very high up in the mountains and it gets snowed and there are landslides, and people still persevere. It's a small ethnicity of about 1,000 shepherd families. They speak their own language that no one else speaks in the world, and they continue living in this village in spite of the difficulties of getting there and getting from there. So all three themes are around small communities, small rural communities of people. And it doesn't matter whether the environment is pristine or whether it's a post-nuclear disaster. There is something about the deep connection of the people to the land that they work with, the slow pace of life, serenity, and in a way peacefulness that exists in all three places. The title of the exhibition is Waiting for Winter, and it comes from a moment in Transylvania where I was walking around in the village in Maramureș, and I saw an elderly lady sitting on a porch of her house. And I asked her, "What are you doing?" And she said, "Waiting for winter." And for me, it was very symbolic. Kind of, it illustrated the slowness and peacefulness of life. This was fall, and she was just simply sitting there waiting for winter to come.